I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother. I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you.
I think Harrison Butker's mother might disagree with his speech, and I'll tell you why. And if you haven't heard this is a commencement speech by Harrison Butker, the kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. And in this speech, he talks about these diabolical lies that are told to women, and how women graduating might be thinking of the degrees that they'll get or the jobs that they'll have after graduating college, but what they're really probably thinking of is getting married and having children. And he talks about these diabolical lies, including IVF, that are told, and talks about basically the downfall of society. Now, I think this speech is really important for leaders to hear, because there are leaders that get up and talk about their very personal beliefs, and they espouse it. And when you have a big microphone, people are going to be listening. But I think it's important to see that people have these kind of viewpoints and that it's said out loud so other people can come and say, what are you talking about? Because when people are graduating college, that's a moment that they want to be excited. And by being a leader that comes and basically tries to squash on roughly, let's say 50% of those audience getting their degrees, you have taken that moment and selfishly captured it. Now, why did I say that Harrison Butker's mother might disagree with this? Well, she actually went to Smith College, which is a college for women that's known to create some of the best leaders and innovators in our society, including his mother, who is a physicist at Emory University, where she works in the oncology unit. And so I'm super curious what things like that his mother might think, but that other women sitting in the audience, or anyone sitting in that audience getting their degree, know that that moment is a huge celebration for you. And someone tried to take it away, but listen to all of those that are saying, like, this message is so absolutely batshit that it's important to know that what you're doing is important. And there is no qualification that means that you have to sacrifice those things that you're excited about in your career just because an NFL kicker told you so.
Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
In a controversial commencement speech at Benedictine College over the weekend, three-time Super Bowl champion Harrison Butker railing against everything from President Biden to Pride Month to IVF, and speaking directly to the women in the audience.
I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife.
Butker also criticizing gay rights when telling the students to take pride in their school.
Not the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it.
And had a message for the men.
Be unapologetic in your masculinity, fighting against the cultural emasculation of men.
The NFL responding, saying Butker gave a speech in his personal capacity, and his views are not those of the league. Some pointing out the Georgia native's own mother is a physicist in the Department of Oncology at Emory.
Harrison Butker hasn't responded to the firestorm ignited by his speech, and Benedictine College has no comment, guys.
What about the Kansas City Chiefs, Kaylee?
They are not responding to this controversy. Look, in 2019, Butker signed a 5-year contract. It's set to expire next year in 2025. So we'll be following this story to see if his actions off the field impact his career on it.
So the controversial kicker who keeps putting his foot in his mouth is saying that we got him all wrong. Now he's saying everyone is taking what I said out of context. All I said was that we should go back to the better time, like the 50s and 60s, where men were men and women had more babies than thoughts. When the only Me Too movement was one woman saying she's ready to have her 4th child and another woman agreeing. So ladies, we have him all wrong. He's not a misogynistic man that thinks that women are just baby factories, whose only purpose in life is to serve men and their children and wait on them hand and foot. No, he wants us to go back to a better time. But better time for who? When women didn't have the right to vote, when women didn't have bank accounts, when women couldn't buy houses on their own, when women were dependent on men. And the only way they would have a decent life is if they married into one, that they couldn't create or establish one on their own. This man really curled his lips to say when women had more babies than thoughts. Your physicist mother must be so proud. And your wife. To think that all she is to you is a quiet baby factory.
I think Harrison's wife, Isabel, is actually probably very happy. I'm sure she is fulfilled. And I think she's fulfilled because Harrison forgot to mention a fun little fact in his speech, is that he's wealthy. He is privileged. He has power. And when you have those things, your life looks vastly different than the lives of the average people in our country. Isabel is wealthy. She is a person who is a homemaker and a stay-at-home mom who likely has a lot of support, not just financial support, but physical support. She probably has a nanny. She probably has food delivered to her house or even cooked for her. She probably has all of the help and support that she needs to run her home. Therefore, she probably does enjoy it. She probably is fulfilled because she's rich. And when you are rich, being a homemaker and a housewife looks vastly different than the housewives of the average American family who are struggling to make ends meet, who have to do the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry and the caretaking, all of those things. It is incredibly stressful and it is a lot of work to be a stay-at-home wife and a homemaker in an average family where most families in our country that are dual income cannot make ends meet. They can't make ends meet. And you expect a single income home to be thriving, and you expect that wife to be fulfilled and that man to be fulfilled? This just is not the reality of the average family in America. So yes, I'm sure Isabel is incredibly happy and fulfilled in her life. I am sure she is, as are most very wealthy, privileged people. The Nara Smiths, the Ballerina Farms, they're all rich. It is important to say this out loud. They are happy, they are fulfilled, they have money, which makes their reality very different than the reality of everybody else who are living paycheck to paycheck and doing everything on their own with no sort of help. So yes, I'm sure Isabel, or whoever she is incredibly happy. I'm not negating the fact she probably does enjoy it, but I would enjoy it too if I had millions of dollars and a suite of team members to help me run my home.
What an awesome and encouraging speech to give at somebody's graduation, okay? I'm imagining somebody has gone through 4 years of studying. The least you want to hear is to tell you that what you have just gotten actually doesn't even add up. You won't even really need it because at the end of the day, you're just going to be sitting at home, making babies, being fulfilled, working for somebody because you're the one who's going to be taking care of this man and his household, okay? And too good for him because his people are not even agreeing that those are their thoughts. He just put something across by himself, like, we are not a part of you, okay? It's giving narcissist. Does Isabel communicate with him that she is so happy with the things that she does? And I must agree, she definitely has a lot of help because these people do have money. And you tell me, because I want to get this degree so that I can use it to make some money, at least it could be a start of something for me and my life to ensure my financial safety. And then I sit listening to you say those things. It's definitely belittling the experience, my experience that I had having to study those 4 years for my degree. School is not easy, okay? And somebody could just give me the courage other than reduce it to you should have really stayed at home because that's where you're going to get the most fulfillment. And he talked about gay rights and people operating like men, being in the masculinity and everything. And he got dug up, okay? Some sources are saying that he got into a thing with another male when he was back in college.
So listen, I can't say I'm surprised at all, especially if this isn't being true, which it already has the ring of truth, but, we'll see. Allegedly, Harrison Butker, that asshole from Kansas City Chiefs who gave that horrible commencement speech, on purpose, mind you, rumors are coming out, open secrets according to people who went to the same university, that he had an affair with a male cheerleader. Oh, wow. Surprise. Listen, those of us with the rainbow persuasion, we know somebody who's one step away from stepping into Narnia when we see them, especially when we hear the things they say and how much they hate Narnia. If you know, you know. But it wouldn't surprise me if this ended up actually being proven true. I'm waiting for more reporting, but allegedly he decided he wanted to play footsie with another dude. Surprise. Where's that surprise meme? Yeah.
So he went out there saying whatever came to his head and now he wants to clean it up. Oh boy. I am sorry because I don't think you can end what you have started. Do I think that women should get upset? Is it valid for them to get upset about this? Like, why even the question? It's already a straight up yes. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of somebody who stands and just speaks things that he thinks is perfect for everybody. I don't even imagine his wife told him that it's the most fulfilling thing that she has had as a stay-home mom. And some people are saying she don't even have a degree. This one says, Butker is married with 2 children. His greatest joy is being the killer of his wife's dreams and shot her to a life of being his waitress and nanny. This one says, the irony of it all, Harrison Butker used an unmarried, childless female business owner in his speech, who could end his entire career in one phone call if she wanted to. Let's get to it in the comment section. Do subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed already. I have more videos for you like this, so I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.